So I bought a whole case of VMAX Climax, an entire case, 20 booster boxes in a case if you don't know. Because I'm stupid. I can't say what I really want to say because if I swear in the first 30 seconds, YouTube cuts my ad revenue. But I bought a lot of this. You can see here, I got a couple of booster boxes I'm going to open up today because I absolutely love this set. But there's a laundry list of things that I want to talk about today because I love this set, right? I love it so much and I'm kind of a little bit just spewing. Here in Australia, we say, I'm bloody spewing, mate. Because this set is exclusive to Japan. If you don't know what VMAX Climax is, it is Japan's holiday set. You know, think Hidden Fates, but in Japanese. So every year they release one of these. This is 2021's VMAX Climax. 10 packs inside, 11 cards per pack. And you always find a CSR, you always find 3 character rares. Sometimes you find a trainer, sometimes you find a gold card. And sometimes you find a god pack, which I'm on the hunt for. Big reason why I bought a case. But this set is phenomenal, but it's trapped in Japan. And it's just mind-boggling that, you know, the Pokemon Company International don't release something like this in English. Now, I'm not a businessman. Because if I was, I wouldn't be making these videos here on YouTube. But I know a good thing when I see it, and VMAX Climax is a really, really good thing, and I see it. I see it, right? This video is going to tank any potential chance I have of getting sponsored by the Pokemon Company International, but I'm okay with that because I got to say, damn it, I got to say what needs to be said. I love this crest, by the way. I need to say what needs to be said, and that is that I don't understand why this set isn't like for like, one for one, being released in English. I think we're a little bit too bright here because this set ticks every single box for Japanese players and collectors. It actually satisfies both markets because there are 2 markets for Pokemon cards. There's collectors, there's people that only collect, and there's people that only play. And then there's a bit of overlap between people that play and collect. But for the most part, you know, in Japan, there's huge overlap and most of their products cater to that overlap. But when it comes to English territories, there's no catering. Hey, you always love to find this Charizard. I got to do this every single time. It is an absolute boss card. I don't know why. Why is it taking so long to focus? Apparently, it's worth $5. You'll find one of these in like every single box. So, you know, winning stonks. But it's just, oh, okay. I thought that was going to be the CSR. It's just the Sylveon VMAX. It's just, oh my God. I found like 4 of these. I found 4 of these. I love how vibrant it is, but I found 4. How many of this am I going to find? How many of this? I don't know. This is a good one to find though because it's so beautiful. So, you know, I'm going to allow it. I'll accept it because this is absolutely stunning. It's the Oranguru with Cena. I called her Lady in a Hammock, but it's Cena. Look how good the colors are on this card. Absolutely phenomenal. And just a testament to how fantastic this set is because, you know, in Japan, we get this set with the awesome silver borders. But when this inevitably releases in English, it's going to have those stanky yellow borders. And it's infuriating because, you know, when this set does release in English, right, it's going to be an absolute amalgamation of different cards that are all over the place. I don't know if you guys saw the leaks for Brilliant Stars. There's some dude actually opened up 50, I think it was like 50 packs just yesterday while I was sleeping. Why are they going to do this stuff while I'm sleeping? And there's a new Charizard. There's a Charizard V. It looks like it's going to be a Charizard V like character rare. We don't know yet, but there is a cool Charizard that has a Venusaur on it too. So it is coming. Like this set is coming in English, and it's most likely going to release as part of Brilliant Stars. But how? And that's what just drives me insane because with the Japanese set, like you know exactly what you're going to get. And it caters to players and collectors. Every pack has a V or a VMAX. Every box will have 1 CSR. There will be 3 character rares. So you get that collector's hit, you get that player's hit. This set is so concise. There are so many amazing cards that are so viable and so usable for actual TCG play that for Japanese players, it's a dream come true. And it's going to have, you know, it has everything that they basically need in one box. And because so many people are opening it up, it's very easy to find these cards and put them in your deck because there's just so much supply. Ooh, hey, I was just watching a video that had this in it. It's Ishigeki Urasu V. Very nice CSR. This one's by Nishida. Absolutely phenomenal artist. She's one of my faves. If you watch any of my videos, you will have seen me just talk talk about how much I love her work. She's a new artist, or relatively new. I guess she's a staple now. We can't say she's new anymore. She won the Illustrator Grand Prix, the first one with the Gardevoir. Again, if you watch any of my videos, you've heard me say that. But how nice is that? Look at the awesome texture. Such a fun card too. It's really cool how, I think in the VMAX version of this card, they've successfully, or like UrshiFu successfully like mastered the technique. In this one, they're training. So when, UrshiFu becomes VMAX version of UrshiFu, he's figured it out. So really awesome card. You love to see these CSRs. And again, just an absolute testament to how fantastic this set is. We got a CHR behind? No. So when this set does eventually release in English, how's it going to be released? What's the format going to be? Are we going to see all these CSRs and CHRs together? There's 70 total. Between the CSRs, I think there's 28 CSRs and like 42 character rares. I think once you add it up, there's total 70 of these cards. But we know we're not going to get them all. We know we're not going to get them all in the one set, which is what drives me insane. Because Brilliant Star is going to release. We're going to get the yellow borders. They're going to stink. And they do. The yellow borders just stink. They look bad. They actually look bad with a lot of the character rares. They just look terrible. They look really terrible. And, half the CHRs and half the CSRs are probably not even going to be in the set. So what set are they going to be in next? The one after it? Okay, fine. Fair enough. Understandable. Have a good day. You're going to put them in the next set. But if you're going to put them in the next set, and they're going to keep adding these CHRs, because apparently they're going to keep creating CHRs. From what we understand so far of Starbirth, there's going to be new CHR cards. And that does make a lot of sense because, like I said, there's a Charizard V that got leaked. It's leaked. I'm not going to show it because it'll get me in too much trouble. I'm okay with a little bit of trouble, but too much is not good. But that's not in VMAX Climax. That's probably in Starbirth. So Starbirth is adding at least one new CHR. So if Starbirth, which is Japan's first set of 2022, how the years and the months fly by, then we're going to get more CHRs beyond just Charizard. And then when are they going to release in English? Who knows, right? And then you got Start Deck 100. I don't know if you saw my video that I put up yesterday about that, which also has brand new, not just new SRs, but it's also got new V and I think no new VMAX, maybe a couple of new VMAX. I don't know. But it's definitely got new V cards like Kingdra, there's Agron, there's Raikou, Entei, so there's new cards that have come out in that. Where are they going to go? Where are those cards going to go? Where are these cards going? And this is the big Gardevoir. Love this card too. Everybody loves Gardevoir. An absolute staple of Gen 3. I think everybody caught a Ralts and put that in their party when they were playing Emerald. This is a banger card. Love to see it. But yeah, where are they going to put these cards? This was the huge, massive issue with Fusion Arts. And it's why nobody talks about Fusion Arts. Sorry, Fusion Strike. Fusion Arts is the Japanese version. Fusion Strike is the English version. You know what I did with Fusion Strike? No shot. I opened up that booster box and I opened one on stream and then I sold all the hits. That was it. I moved on from the set because that set was just heartache. It was a disaster. I mean, I'm sure commercially it was amazing, but now you're seeing it dirt cheap basically everywhere. But the reason for that, why did that happen? Why does no one care about Fusion Strike anymore? Well, the hits were booty, but it didn't know what it wanted to be because it had so many different cards in it, and it just had no identity at all. And it didn't cater to collectors because there were too many hits, and it didn't cater to players because the actual cards you wanted were watered down by all the rubbish. And I'm just gonna say it. It was rubbish. I couldn't believe it when they put cards from the family Pokemon card game, which was a Japanese only product that came out in the middle of the year. Hey, I love to see this. Excellent Galarian, the Goons, as G Money calls them, Galarian Obstagoon. Lovely card. I love how Piers has the microphone there. So cool. Absolutely. I love how the holo for this card, the background of it is purple and it just forms, the holographic forms the color shading for the background. It's really nice touch. And a lot of the character rares do it. But that was absolutely mind-boggling that they put those random ass cards that were useless, stuff like Lucario V, Cinderace V. They put the promo Cinderace and Rillaboom, right? That no one's using. No one actually, if you go and look at deck lists and you go and look at what's dominating decks for Pokemon TCG right now, it's Mew V and VMAX, right? But they watered down, because there were so many different cards to find in that, so many different hits, the whole set was just watered down with rubbish that if you actually want the good cards from it to play the game, right? You're absolutely struggling to find them. You're not you are not finding those cards. They are just like impossible to find. And that's why the singles for those cards are like 40 to 50 AUD, right? And what that does is it creates this huge barrier for entry to anybody who wants to actually play. And it's like, all right, Pokemon Company, do you want people to play the game? Like, do you want people to play the game? If you do, why don't you create products that make it easier to play the game and make it more viable? You know, just make products that give you like actual competitive cards that are going to be useful, not random, you know, cards that constitute a hit and take away the hit slots from a booster box. Like, so, you know, if you're buying a booster box, you know you're going to get 5 or 6 hits, right? If 4 of those are crap, and I'm talking like crap from a collector's point of view and crap from a play point of view, what is the point of putting them in the set? Like, let's be serious. Nobody likes V cards for their collectability. Very few people do. They're nice cards, like they're fun to put in your binder, and they're just like an extra addition in the binder, in the master set. But for the most part, people really like shiny cardboard, you know, awesome holos, awesome textures, awesome unique illustrations. This is actually a decent hit. This is the reverse holo Vaporeon. So that's always a good card to find. Between that, Jolteon and Flareon, that's a good find. Nobody wants to put a Lucario V in their binder and be like, I got Lucario V. There's probably like one person. So like the one person that wants that is like, hey, that's me. I actually like Lucario V. It's like, all right, bro, it's just you. But for the most part, like 99% of us don't care about those cards. So why, you know, what's the point for a collector? What's the point of buying a booster box to collect the cards? Well, there's little point, because unless you strike big and get some really nice special arts or alternate arts, for the most part, you wasted your time with the booster box. And if you're a collector, well, you're better off just buying the singles from the people that bought the box and got sucked into opening it up, trying to find some really rare and expensive cards. So everybody loses. But then you get a product like this, and I'm like, you're going to see all my hits, and it's absolutely astounding. Hey, like, you're getting cards like this. You're getting an Umbreon VMAX. It's just like part and parcel for the set. You're always going to find one of these when you're opening, or like you're generally going to find, you know, say 1 in 3 boxes, you're going to find a card like this. We're going to get another CHR. No, we didn't get one. So we didn't get a trainer. No God pack there either. But you know what you're going to get. And this is like, this retails for 5,500 yen. That's cheaper than an English booster box. And you just seen how many cards I got here? Like, you can just see I got all the VMAX. I don't even put this, like, sort these properly, but you got so many, like, I've got like V's and V, because you just like, there's shit everywhere, man. Like, it's like, whoa, holy crap. How I can't hold all these hits. Like, they're just everywhere. Like, this is one box. This is one box. And you're getting like complimentary, you're getting like entree, like stuff like reverse holo energies that are fun. This is just part and parcel for Japan. Like, it's like, it's the standard. The standard there is insane. And this is at 5,500 USD, 5,500 yen, sorry. So converted, that's like 70, 80 USD. By the time you ship it here, obviously it's a little bit more expensive, but you know, that's still cheaper than a booster box in English. So what's the point? Like, why doesn't this just exist in English? It would just solve so many problems. If instead of just being like Brilliant Stars comes out next, you know, in February, and it's going to be who knows what's the fuck's in it, right? Why not just release like for like, 1-for-1 VMAX Climax, call it Brilliant Climax or V Stars. Just like, come on, man. I'm giving you the name for free here. Like, it's just, it writes, this scripts itself. It's insane. There was literally an abundance of hits there, so I had to clean that whole area up. This is a really good time to like and subscribe and leave a comment. I forgot to say that at the start. So my chances of making new viewers like and subscribe have significantly dwindled now that we're partway through the video. By the way, shout out to all my homies in the okJLUV Discord, Uncle Noms, Effectspore, King Boo, even though you don't deserve it, K-Brit, Cardiacs. Who else we got? Rubber Yan, what's good, my guys? And Michi, just for the fun of it. What's good, guys? Okay, but like, this is what I mean. Like, what I wanted to say was I bought a case because I'm fucking stupid. And you've literally got people like me that are just aping into buying entire cases. You know how much a case is? You know, it's a lot of money. You know, times 5,500 yen by 20, and then account for fees, shipping, taxes. It's up there, but like, I did it. I did it for the Vine because this set is absolutely insane and I'm addicted to it. And if there was an English counterpart, I'd be having just as much fun with it. There's no, oh, it's Japanese cards and I speak Japanese, so there's a bit of elitism and I just only want to open Japanese sets. Not at all. Like, this is just objectively, I wasn't even on the camera. This is just objectively more fun in Japanese. And it's just objectively a way more enjoyable set because look at all the crazy cards that you're getting out of just one pack. Like I've already got one V card and this is a good card. Crobat V, still good, right? That's a great card. You put that in a deck any day of the week. You've got 2 rares because why not? Then you've got a decent amount of trainers, usually 3, 2, 3, 4, plus your Pokemon cards. Like it's just every pack. It caters to collectors. If you like collecting V cards, there you go. You can collect a V card. If you need that V card in your deck, bang, it's there. Easy to find. You always know in one of those packs, you're going to find a V card and it's going to be decent. It's not going to be garbage, right? And if you're just addicted to the chase of a god pack like I am, and you just want to keep opening the set, like you've got it there. And that's, like I said, this is like I'm saying, this is why Fusion Strike was just such a flop. I'm sure commercially it did fantastic, but let's be serious. Anything that released last year that had Pokemon in the name was going to be commercially successful because it was Pokemon and Pokemon was absolutely thriving. Hey, there you go. I think I found the Sharon. Sorry, I should say cast form, but cast form with Sharon. I think that's the first time I'm seeing it. Very cute card. Actually, no, this is the second time. This is the second time, sorry, that Sharon got a character. They got one in Dream League with the, what's his name? I've forgotten, and this is bad. Now I've forgotten. No, it's Stoutland. Stoutland, I got it. There you go. Eventually, it wasn't that long. I don't even need to do a cut there. But this is a fun card. Again, the awesome background, chalkboard, so cute. And again, a perfect example about why this set is so fun to open. Maybe I don't know what the I'm talking about. Maybe I'm stupid, all right? And they've got it all figured out. Maybe they do. I mean, after all, they've been actually, no, let's be serious. Pokemon cards were nowhere near as popular as they were last year and this year for a decent chunk of time. There was a long period where no one cared. And maybe it was because they weren't doing anything fantastic with it. They weren't doing anything right. And it just so happened that this year, or last year, people got bored because let's be serious, it's the same formula it's been for a decade. People got bored and they were like, oh, Pokemon's fun again. Pokemon pack opening's cool. Let's do it. That was it. That was literally it. It wasn't like last year invented anything fantastic. We did get Shiny Star V, which was cool, but oh, god damn it. I hate Center Scorch. I hate Center Scorch so much. Now I've got both. Oh, this is such a cursed card. I'm not a Center Scorch fan. I mean, I like Kabu looks jacked. He's got really thick quads here. So like that's a plus for me, but I'm not a Center Scorch fan and I'm not about to pretend to be one. I'm not going to start to like Center Scorch just because I hit this. The VMAX is way better. Oh man. Oh, Center Scorch, really? I mean, all right. Like like, come on. Again, Kabu does more for me in this card than Center Scorch, and that's saying something. So, that's all right. We keep going. We go again. And the, what's it called? Shuppet. I feel like you're going to lose steam with this whole Pokemon phenomenon because nothing interesting is being done. And the same mistakes that irk so many English collectors just keep getting repeated over and over again. Why isn't there an English set? Why aren't there why don't you just find 12 V or VMAX cards in a booster box? And then you're going to solve that whole issue with players not being able to get V or VMAX cards without paying a lot of money online on stuff like TCG Republic and whatever. Why not just put more V and VMAX cards in the booster boxes and maybe spread out the secret rares a little bit more? So, at least when you open them as a player, you're always going to find V and VMAX cards that you need. So you don't have this issue where, Gengar V, Gengar VMAX, Mew V and Mew VMAX are so ridiculously expensive that the barrier to entry is just ridiculously high from day one. We kind of had the same issue with Evolving Skies, cards like Leafeon V. I felt for myself personally irked that I couldn't find enough Leafeons without having to buy. If I wanted to run that deck or run any deck with Leafeon, it was hell. Or if you wanted to run, if you want to use the Inteleon engine in your deck, it was painful because then, the classic with English entrepreneurs with Pokemon cards, they caught on and they knew, speaking of, I mean, that's the wrong one, but they caught on and then all of a sudden that was like a $16, $20 card. People that were aware of how good that, trainer, they knew, but by then it was too late. And if you want it now, it's a pain in the ass to find cards for that engine. All right, what do we got? Okay, hang on. What do we got? We got, oh man, twice. Oh, this is agony. This is a painful opening. Twice? Oh, come on, man. Come on, bro. I mean, like, I'm out here like, this set's so fucking cool. And then, like, I find this and I'm like, bruh, look, it's all right. Okay, we go again. You know, like, it's just, whatever. It just think about it. Like, next year, another Japanese set is going to come out, Starbirth, and it's going to introduce, like I basically said, we think it's going to introduce more character rares. So we know we're going to keep getting character rares, right? Then Brilliant Stars comes out in February. And then all of a sudden, you know, some of the cards from VMAX Climax are going to be in it. And then some of the cards from Starbirth are going to be in it. Okay. Makes very little sense, but whatever. And then this trend is going to keep continuing. And then we got stuff like Start Deck 100 that's introducing more. Hey, very nice. I think it's the first time I'm hitting this, right? Okay, hang on. I keep getting distracted by these beautiful cards. It just keeps doing it to me. I think this is the first time I'm finding this. This is my first Kingdra. Very nice card. So cool. I love how they're like, the waterfall is in use here and they're going up the waterfall. And it just looks so fantastic with those autumn leaves as well. Such a beautiful contrast. Blue and orange. It is like a tried and true graphic design style. You see it on movie posters all the time. And hey, we're seeing it in Japanese Pokemon cards now. So fantastic. Now just imagine this with the yellow border. Absolutely disgusting. I'm just going to say it for what it is. This with the yellow border is disaster zone material. It's nightmare fuel. It is nightmare fuel. So, okay, as I was saying, we're getting all these new cards as well in Start Deck 100, and there's 8 new SRs in those too. Like, what format is that releasing in? How is that going to release? Where are those cards going to come out? There's, like, we got cards coming out of every goddamn orifice right now. It's insanity, and it's just, why not just do a 1-for-1 like-for-like release and just completely solve this issue? What's the reason? Like, even if it's a month or two after the release, just why not just do 1-for-1? Why not? Why? I don't get it. I want someone to explain to me for my simple baby brain, hey, lovely card, why it's not a 1-for-1 release. Because it would just make so much sense. It would solve every issue. Everyone would win. Collectors would win. Players would win. We would live in an ideal world. Everybody would be holding hands. Could you imagine a world with 1-to-1 Japanese to English releases? Even if it was staged and it happened, you know, a month or two after the Japanese release, I don't think many people would really care. They're happy to wait. We've been waiting this whole time anyway. I live in Australia, so I'm used to waiting. Oh, and if you're wondering why I'm so disgruntled, yeah, it is because I'm an Aussie and everything is delayed here. I know, I guess there's global shipping issues no matter what industry you're looking at, but I can't help but be a little salty about the whole thing because it just seems we keep getting snubbed. So, you know, that's why I don't care. That's why I'm happy to be critical of the way that, you know, of these practices and the way that the Pokemon company approaches these sets, because what I don't care. I'm not out here. I'm not going to start simping to try and get free stuff if it hurts everybody. If everybody collectively besides me loses, what's the point of that? Like, whoa, hey, I ticked the boxes. I was a good little shill, and now I get free stuff. By the way, you guys still lose. Sucks to be you, suckers. You know, that's why I just, you know, if it does happen next year and it does turn out that, you know, this whole Pokemon thing loses its steam and no one's interested anymore, well, I'm just going to be like, what did you expect? Like, your approach was just so ham-fisted. It never made any sense at any point in time. You know, you were onto such a good thing. It was thriving. It was ridiculously popular. And instead of building on that and approaching it in a way that it was going to be sustainably popular for years to come, it feels like, for the most part, you guys just rested on your laurels and just were riding the wave. And that's fine. If you want to do that, that's cool. But, you know, it's going to get to a point where people don't care anymore. People like me will probably keep opening it. Maybe that's why they do it. They're like, this guy's going to keep opening it forever, so who cares what he thinks? But, you know, it'll get to a point and people will move on. And then the 30th anniversary will roll around and everybody will get interested again. So you can see more Petco V Union. Yeah, that's about right. Anyway, like, subscribe, please. You just tell 300 people that you know, because everyone knows 300 people at least, to come and like and subscribe to the okJLUV channel. And I'll see you in the next video. See ya.